Hey, everybody, it's Jeff Hansen. We're back talking more BYU recruits. It's the best day of the year. It's signing day. Anybody who follows recruiting, this is it. This is Christmas. This is the day we all look forward to. All the dudes that have been on our radar for years, some of them finally make it official today and officially join the BYU family. We're talking to as many signees as we possibly can today, and I'm really thankful to be joined by Jackson Doman. Jackson, how you doing today, man?
Doing great. Excited.
Yeah. Congratulations. First and foremost, huge day. Congratulations to you on signing with BYU. That's a huge deal.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
And it feels like, I mean, with a last name like Doman, like this was like foreordained, right? This is your destiny to play at BYU, right?
Heck yeah. Yeah, for sure.
So for those who don't know, explain where you fit in the Doman family tree, because there's a ton of Domans that have played at BYU. Where do you belong in that Doman legacy?
Yeah. Okay. Well, so like a lot of people know Brandon Doman. He is my dad's cousin.
Okay.
So their dads are brothers.
Okay.
And then my grandpa's D Doman, and a couple of his sons played at BYU. And then, but yeah.
And now here you are.
Football family. So I'm excited.
I would say you're right. I think a lot of people do know Brandon. You're a little bit different than Brandon. It's 6'6", 215. That's at least what we have you listed at 24/7. What are you playing at this year? Now that I guess at the end of your senior year, what is your playing weight and height and all that stuff?
Yeah, pretty much the same. I'm going right into wrestling season. Okay. And I'm wrestling at 215, so I'm just staying right around there.
How does that help you on the football field? Because I always love to hear that when there's guys that are wrestlers, they tend to be really good football players. What is it about wrestling that makes a good football player?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of different things. One of the main things is like more on the defensive side, your tackling ability and just like moving your body, like lowering your level. But also I feel like it's really helpful in like balance and position and like knowing where the other player is and like what their balance is like. And then also just like mental toughness. Our practices are like crazy hard. We just like go at it all day. So
that's great. Yeah. I mean, all that leverage, all that stuff, that makes sense. And then, yeah, just toughness. I mean, wrestlers are tough. You got to be tough. I couldn't wrestle because I was not tough. So that makes sense to me. Jackson, I was looking at your stats earlier today from your senior season, and I got to make sure this is right because it was like such a staggering high number. 59 catches for more than 1,100 yards. Is that true?
Yep, that's correct.
That's a big time season, and you played both ways most of the year too, right?
Yep, all season long, played both ways in like the whole game. Yeah.
And still put up 1,100 yards. I mean, how do you do that and not just get gassed, right?
Yeah. I don't know. Just a lot of extra conditioning and, just going at it.
Well, it was an incredible year. And obviously, I mean, all the rewards and everything with your recruitment and all that stuff. A lot of colleges took notice. What was that recruitment process like for you? For most of us fans, we never got to experience it, right? So maybe explain to us just, how many schools were after you? What was the process like? What were some of the things that you were looking for most as you kind of went through that process?
Well, it all started, like in between sophomore and junior year that summer, going to a couple different camps, went to the BYU camp, and got an offer. And that's kind of just where it kicked it off. They were my first big offer. Mm-hmm. And they, treated me really well. I was super excited to get an offer from them. And then, just kept grinding. Then the next summer is when I started getting like a couple more offers, like Colorado State, OSU, Washington State, and then decided that BYU was the place for me, and I was excited to commit. So
yeah. And so that process, because of what BYU offered you pretty early on, mm-hmm. And if I remember right, and you could keep me honest, it was probably Steve Clark who started your recruitment process, and then Kevin Gilbride came in a little bit later, yeah?
Correct. So yeah, so in my junior year time, when Coach Clark kind of like got let go or left, or I didn't really know what happened, but it was kind of like a weird time because I didn't know if like I was still getting recruited. You know, they were kind of talking, but not like a whole lot. And then Kevin Gilbride and Justin Enna came down and we did like some training stuff, and they're like, "Yeah, you still have your offers," so that was exciting. And
Yeah,
then I've just been keeping in touch with Coach Gilbride. He's a great guy. So yeah.
yeah. That's the next question. Kevin Gilbride, he kind of stays away from the cameras. Fans don't get to see a whole lot of Coach Gilbride. What's he like? I mean, we know his background a little bit, from the NFL and all that stuff, but what's he like as a coach, and what's that relationship like between the two of you?
Yeah, no, yeah, like you said, he was like great coaching the NFL for like I think 14 years or whatever. Has a lot of experience, but no, he reaches out quite a bit. We keep in contact. He seems like a really nice guy. He's always hanging out with his family, going and doing stuff with his family. But yeah, I really like him and enjoy talking to him. So yeah.
That's awesome. And then obviously every I guess every assistant coach, they all play for Kalani Sitake. He runs his program a little bit different, Kalani does, right? I mean, he's not that super like animated, super intense, yelling, screaming, disciplinarian type that you see so much of in college football. He runs his program a little bit different. What is it about Kalani Sitake and that program that was attractive to you as you kind of went through the process?
I mean, yeah, he runs it a little bit different. I am a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and while I was talking to him, like he just like expressed like his love for the school and his love for the gospel, and I mean it's just like put a big different perspective on me how like college could be like that and so much more. Like going out through my life and like after college and just like keeping true to what I know. And so, yeah, I just thought it was really cool.
Yeah, that is cool. And that's one of those things that as we've talked to more players this class and in the past, that's something that's really consistent is the way that Kalani, it's almost like he doesn't talk about football on the recruiting trail. He talks about everything else. And then the football is sort of like, oh yeah, we also play football here. And it's a really cool thing. I do want to talk to you about more of you as a football player. And I want to ask you the question this way, Jackson. If you're an opposing defensive coordinator, how are you coming up with a game plan to stop you?
Well, that kind of happened this year. We had a lot of key players injured. So we had like some backup wide receivers in. So they were just like double teaming me or even triple teaming me the whole game.
Wow.
They would have when I was playing like outside, like wide out, they would press me and then have a safety over the top every time. There was no change. And then when I was in tight end position, they would have their linebacker try and jam me and then just have that free safety over the top. But I mean, it worked sometimes, but obviously not too much. But if I still got 1,100 yards, but it was fun. So,
yeah, I mean, still putting up big numbers, so it didn't work that much. That's true. My guy Brandon Huffman over there at 24/7 Sports, he believes that you were one of those recruits in this class that is poised for big things in college. I mean, he really was kind of early on that hey, this guy, he may not have that laundry list of offers, but watch him in college. Why do you think your game, I don't know if it's just athleticism, I don't know if it's the way you understand the game. What is it about your game that you think will translate well to the college level?
I mean, yeah, there's a couple. I mean, I think there's a couple different things. I feel like a big shout out to eForce when I was doing 7-on-7 with them. They just like helped me learn how to like read the field and like read the defense as you're running the route. And then, yeah, like overall athleticism, being able to go up and high point the ball and just being able to see where the ball is going to be placed. And yeah, just being able to read the defense really well.
Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, and then you did mention you're a member of the church, and so that's one of the things with BYU fans. We You got to ask about enrollment plans. Are you an enroll early guy? You have mission plans? What are your enrollment plans going forward?
Yeah, so I'm planning on graduating early.
Okay.
End of March, because we have trimesters over here in Oregon.
Got it.
And yeah, leaving right away. Coming back spring of 2027 and getting right into spring ball.
And getting right into it.
Yeah, learning the playbook and getting back into shape, and hopefully not too bad of shape, but yeah.
I mean, that's the name of the game, right? As soon as you shake off that mission rust, then you can get right back to where you left off.
Yeah.
Jackson, we really appreciate you jumping on. The last thing before I let you go, man, what do you want BYU fans to know about you when you do enroll in the spring of 2027? What does Jackson Doman bring to the table that maybe somebody else doesn't?
That's a good question. I think that I am a great leader and can help hype up the team, and also a playmaker. Go out there when it's 3rd and long, 4th and short, and make that play happen. So, yeah.
That's awesome, man. We're excited about you. Another Doman in the BYU family. That's always a good thing. Jackson, appreciate your time today, man, and congratulations on signing. That's a huge deal. Most people don't get that, right? You're living out a lot of people's dreams, including your own, probably. So good for you. A lot of BYU fans are super happy for you. And on behalf of all of them, congratulations on a big day today on signing day.
Yeah, no, thank you so much for reaching out and letting me on here.
Awesome, man. Well, we appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, folks, please do hit the subscribe button. There's going to be more videos like this throughout the day, and then we're going to talk a lot more in the weeks to come about what each of these players bring to the table, like Jackson, how they fit into the roster and the pipeline in the future. Thanks again, Jackson, for joining on with us today. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.